Hey guys, opening day of VMworld, and we're here with EMEA's CTO, Joe Baguley. Joe, it's been obviously a very busy year for you. How is it to be here with a new CTO, Ray? How has that changed for you?
Well, I think the great thing, when I first came to join VMware, one of the things I liked about the group that I was hiring into at the CTO office was they're all great people. And what's great about that was Steve Herron turned out to be a good friend, and we got to be good friends. Ben Fathy, great friend, and Ray already is a great friend, so we already have a great laugh. So actually, it was fantastic. It's like, having a friend, this person you have to work with and ultimately work for, and I think it helps in the relationship that we have. So I was really happy when Ray took on the role. I think he's realizing a little bit more about how much more presenting and traveling is involved in being a CTO than his previous role. I think he's having fun with that, I think is the best way to put it. But people like Paul Strong and myself and Chris are educating him in the ways of being a field CTO as well. So
exactly. And I can tell, because obviously I'm part of the VMware field, but I can tell already the CTO ambassadorship and the CTO office is getting more and more visibility within VMware, but I think it also works outside of VMware. Can you tell a little bit more about the CTO Ambassadorship Program within VMware?
Yeah, so what we have is the CTO Ambassador Program, and to become a CTO Ambassador, you have to get nominated by your peers. Your vice president for your division also has to nominate you, and then they come up against us as a panel and we select you. There's 100 out of our entire field, so it's the top 100 individual contributors. You can't be it if you're a manager, you have to be an individual contributor, like pre-sales, post-sales, whatever, support. And they're really the connection between R&D and the field, and our customers. And so we're encouraging, if you're a customer, you're in the field, you're a partner in the field, and you want to get a more direct access to R&D than you've ever had before, find who the CTO ambassadors are for your product area, for your territory, whatever. Get in touch with them, because they'll get you in touch with us and what's going on in strategy.
Exactly. You were talking about the relationship between R&D and the field ambassadors. I think there's also an event we call Radio, which is an R&D offsite. Can you talk about the value of having the CTO ambassadors there, both to engineering and to the field organization?
So Radio is legendary. It stands for the R&D Innovation Offsite. It happens every year. All of our R&D guys nominate to go, they submit papers. We have 1,500 people have a big conference. It's phenomenal. What we did was a few years ago, we introduced this, it was for R&D only, so only developers and people in there. We introduced the R&D ambassadors, the CTO ambassadors into that. They then did some of the most popular presentations, because it was kind of like, you guys developed this stuff, but here's how it's perceived in the field. This is what's wrong, this is what's right. Why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? And now we have people flocking to CTO ambassador sessions where the R&D guys are going, how's this going to work? And the really interesting thing that we had, for example, Evo SDDC that you're seeing launched right here, Evo SDDC, that team probably worked more closely with the CTO ambassadors than I've seen any team work prior to launch, because they really wanted to learn how our customers were going to perceive this, how it was going to go down in the field. And so, we're starting to see the benefits of that in some of the products that come out so ready, like Evo SDDC. Yeah,
and obviously that's critical to our customers, because in the end, a product is only delivering value if it's perceived in the right way and used in the right way by our customers. Does it also work, these activities that we have, in acquiring top talent for VMware? I think if you're an engineer within VMware, a sales engineer or a real engineer writing the code, I think it's important that you have that connection. Do you see that in any interviews that you may have taken?
So I did once tell one of my managers here that if I ever wanted to give up being paid by VMware, I could just get $10 for every time an SE said they wanted to be a CTO, right? And I'd be fine, I could live with that. You tell me, you've got guys that work for you in this area. I think they all want to be, they see it as that stepping stone, become a CTO ambassador, and then work your way up to be, the next big step. And we're encouraging people to be more engaged with their audiences. So you'll see people, you can't be a CTO ambassador if you've never presented, for example, or never been to a VMUG. So you have to be someone that's reaching out to the community as well. And then ultimately you maybe end up a chief technologist like Duncan Epping, a specialist now, chief technologist in the storage BU who's come up through that path. So yeah, I think it really does help in attracting people, because they realize, like me, when I came here, I was just amazed by such amazing, brilliant people that I was going to learn from. And I think other people realize that too.
I think it just comes down to VMware taking career perspectives very seriously, just like we do our customers, our products and everything. Joe, thank you very much and have a great conference.
It's a pleasure.